What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to LSRA 10. If you enjoy World Cup content, previews, predictions, and football discussions just like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to LSRA 10, and share it with your football friends. It really helps the channel. Now, this one is fascinating. Everyone expects France to win. The bookmakers expect France to win. Most analysts expect France to win. But people also expected Germany to beat Paraguay. We all know how that ended. So the question isn't whether France are the better team. They clearly are. The real question is, can Paraguay produce another miracle? Let's get into it. Let's start with Paraguay because honestly, they've already done one of the stories of this World Cup. Nobody expected them to eliminate Germany. Coming into the round of 32 game, they were ranked 41st in FIFA rankings. Germany were 10th, and there was a massive quality gap on paper. But football isn't always played on paper. Paraguay defended with incredible discipline, frustrated Germany for almost 2 hours, got their goal through Julio Enciso, and when it came down to penalties, Orlando Hill became the hero. That performance summed up everything Gustavo Alfaro's had built with his team. They're organized, they're committed, they defend together, and perhaps most importantly, every single player completely buys into the system. Since that heavy 4-1 defeat against the United States in their opening group game, Paraguay have grown into this tournament with every single match. Now they believe they can compete with anyone. But France are a completely different challenge because unlike Germany, France aren't just relying on possession. They are creating chance after chance after chance. France have probably been the most convincing team in the entire tournament. 4 games, 4 wins, 13 goals scored, only a handful conceded. They are comfortably beat Iraq. They dismantled Norway, finished top of their group, then completely controlled Sweden in the round of 32, winning 3-0 without ever looking under pressure. And what has impressed me the most isn't just the results, it's how comfortable France look. Everything just seems to click. Every attack looks dangerous. Every player understands his role. And suddenly, Didier Deschamps' team doesn't look like the pragmatic France we have seen at previous tournaments. This team attacks. This team entertains. And this team genuinely looks capable of winning the World Cup. This game is actually really simple tactically. Paraguay want one thing. France want the exact opposite. Paraguay are going to defend deep. They're going to stay compact. They'll crowd the central areas. They'll try to frustrate France, slow the tempo, break the rhythm. And then, when they recover possession, counter quickly through Miguel Arminon and Julio Enciso. That's exactly how they hurt Germany. They don't need the ball. They don't want the ball. They're perfectly happy defending for long periods if it means getting one big opportunity. France, meanwhile, want to stretch the pitch. They want to move Paraguay from side to side, use Dembele's space, use Barcola's movement, and allow Michael Olise to find the pockets between the lines and eventually create space for Kylian Mbappé. If France score early, this game could be very comfortable. If Paraguay survive the first hour, things suddenly become interesting. Let's talk about Kylian Mbappé because one thing, he's again having another ridiculous World Cup. 6 goals already. He scored twice against Sweden. He's chasing the tournament's all-time scoring record, and every single defense is trying to solve the same impossible problem. How do you stop Mbappé? The answer so far, nobody has. But what makes France even scarier is that everything isn't dependent on him anymore. Michael Olise has quietly been one of the stars of this entire tournament. 5 assists already, just one away from equaling Pele's all-time World Cup record. His ability to find runner between the defender has been unbelievable. Then you have got Ousmane Dembele and Bradley Barcola, all constantly rotating positions. It's becoming almost impossible to mark them. When one player drifts inside, another attacks the space outside. When defenders step forward, someone immediately runs behind them. That's why France have looked so fluid. Now, let's be fair. Paraguay absolutely have weapons. Julio Enciso continues to grow with every tournament. He scored against Germany. He is fearless, direct, always willing to take defenders on. Miguel Almiron gives them pace on transitions. Diego Gomez returns after the suspension, which is a huge boost for the midfield. And Orlando Hill, after that penalty shootout, has become a national hero. But here's the problem. Against Germany, Paraguay probably only needed one goal. Against France, I don't think that goal is going to be enough because this French attack creates too many chances. You can't rely on keeping Mbappe, Dembele, Barcola, and Olise quiet for 90 minutes. Eventually, they'll find a way through. One factor that could make this interesting: the weather. Philadelphia is expected to be extremely hot. Some reports even suggest temperatures close to 40 degrees Celsius. Now that's brutal. We already saw France have a group stage match in Philadelphia interrupted because of storms. Heat changes football matches. The tempo drops, players tire quickly, transitions become slower, and in those conditions, the underdog usually benefits. If this game becomes a slow, physical game, Paraguay will be delighted. France want rhythm, Paraguay want chaos. Weather might help create exactly that. But despite everything we have discussed, I'm still backing France comfortably. Not because Paraguay aren't good, they have earned everyone's respect. Nobody can take away what they achieved against Germany. But France simply present way too many problems. If you stop Mbappe, Olise creates. If you stop Olise, Dembele isolates the defenders. If you stop Dembele, Bakula appears at the far post. There are just way too many threats. And unlike Germany, France don't seem to lose patience. They keep on moving the ball, keep creating chances, and eventually something just gives. That's what champions do. So here's my prediction. I think Paraguay defend brilliantly for large periods. I think Orlando Hill makes several important saves. I think they frustrate France early. But over 90 minutes, France's quality eventually wins out. Mbappe continues his incredible tournament. Olise creates another goal, and I think France simply have way too much attacking firepower. My prediction is France 2, Paraguay nil. I think France reach the quarterfinals. I think Mbappe gets on the score sheet again, and I think this French team continues to look like the favorites to lift this World Cup. But now I want to hear from you. Can Paraguay produce another historic upset? Or is France simply just too strong? Drop your predictions down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to LSR10 and share this video with your footballing friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.